we don't go and say, oh, these people are trash people, or these people not real, or these people not doing their job, like or whatever, or kind of like, we're not going to go to the competitors, pick up the phone and call them, oh, what are you doing with this seller, right? What do you guys have done? And kind of like start interrogating us about what we're doing in the file. Hey everyone, so I just want to share something that, it does happen often when we're in business of buying real estate off market and on market. Now, majority of these instances would be happening on like off market property. For example, like let's say we have under contract with a seller, or we're talking with a seller off market. Now, obviously, we do all type of marketing, whether that inbound, outbound marketing, and so does the other competitors that are in the local market. And so there's a chance that we come into talking to the same sellers, right? Especially if we're really focusing on, a motivated seller. Let's say we're talking to a seller, and then we see that other competitors of ours are talking to the sellers as well. And so that basically where it comes to, right now, obviously there,
that you want.
What happens sometimes from other competitors is that they kind of like, bash the other, other investor or other investment company. It happened to us where we already have the agreement with the seller. It's just the process of closing. And so what happened is that they reached out to that that particular seller, and they were like, oh, well, I'm already working with these guys, like basically with us, but it's kind of like, okay, it's taking a little bit long. Obviously, we update sellers every week or every 2 weeks about like what we're working on. Here, where the kind of like the other competitors was kind of started really oh, these people are not real, they're not real buyers. To sellers, we are transparent. Like, look, could be a flip, could be a wholesale. Like, we wanted to have pretty much all the options that we need. We want to be transparent, right? We're a company, we're for profit. We're not like company for non-profit. And so we already share that with the seller, right? And so what happened is that when you get other competitors talking kind of like, bad or not nicely to the other competitors, like let's say the person who has that, property under contract, right? Now, obviously the seller, usually they would not tell you, oh, this guy is saying this about you, or some do, some don't, right? However, what would happen is that they would start, start ghosting, not answering the phone calls. Obviously, then we would sense, okay, there's situation going on or something like that. Other party, what they're doing is that they're pressuring let's say the seller is to cancel with us, so that the other person can take the deal. However, we'll try to make sure, like, again, to use all of our tools that our offer, we'll maximize it. We'll do our best. We don't go and say, oh, these people are trash people, or these people not real, or these people not doing their job, like, or whatever, or kind of like, we're not going to go to the competitors, pick up the phone and call them, oh, what are you doing with this seller, right? What do you guys have done? And kind of like start interrogating us about what we're doing in the file. Just like they're marketing, we're marketing as well. And so, I might not be as nice, right, when it comes to, let's say, with their sellers, right? I could be like, okay, what they're doing, what they're not doing. Again, we're welcome competitors. Like, hey, if you have a deal, or if we have a deal, let's say it's not working with us, we'll pass it to you guys to see if you guys, might be able to do something with it. But obviously, sometimes what happens is that you have some, sellers, if you give them, 1,000 more, they'll be like, oh, I don't care what Wally and his team put into the deal. I'll just go with you. If you pay me more, I'll come with you. And that's not ethical. Obviously, we learned about this. We actually did call that competitors to be like, look, you're not supposed to go in saying bad things that's not really true. I mean, you can call and be like, hey, what are you guys doing for this one? You guys are going to move forward with it or not? And, we'll be happy to share that. But just going into talking about things that you have no fact of, is it true or if it's not, it's just again, bad business, unethical, and non-professional. So that's basically what what we're looking for. We're really looking for collaboration, not like building animosity and having to make a big deal of one deal. Again, there are more deals, so we wanted to make sure that we're collaborating with other wholesale companies. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. Waleed Yousif, take care. Bye bye.